Yay, happy Monday, y'all. I am super pumped for a fresh month and coming off of a high from July. In the chat, while I'm giving a couple of announcements and getting our guest speakers tonight introduced, I want you to look at the chat. If you just popped on, I will read it to you. What is one thing, drop it in the chat, that you're clapping for from July? Share something that you're clapping for from July. We want to clap with you. And what is one thing you're focusing on as you head into August? So I want both. I want something you're clapping on, something you're being intentional and purposeful and directional with in your life. I'll give you like a little quick backstory. So recently I've been, every time I head into a new season or a new leap of faith or a new jump, right? Like when we left California, we moved to Texas. Building the house, right? Just choices we've made in our journey, right, along the way. And every time we make another choice and get on top of another mountaintop, it's just fun to see what's the next one we can climb, right? But every time there's always somebody that will come out of the woodwork and they will ask me why. Like, why do you want to do that?
Is it Mama?
Mute all on everybody real quick. I'm not getting any feedback popping in. Okay. And I'll get that why question, why? And it's my desire, you guys, that everything we do, like, why not? First of all, why the heck not? Why not chase what you like crave so badly? Why not create what you crave? Why not go after that thing that's laid on your heart? Why not utilize your gifts, right? And so it fires me up when people ask me why, because I'm like, why not? Why wouldn't you try to level up inch by inch, bit by bit, and just try for new things, right? It can be so challenging at the top of a brand new month to look at what you didn't achieve and allow that to be the catalyst and the driving force for what's dictating your next month. And I have to tell you that that doesn't serve you, right? So if you're not proud of July, cool thing, we all started at 0 this morning, right? Or yesterday morning on the 1st. Yeah. So you wipe the slate clean and you just get up and you just keep doing the things that you know will move the needle forward, right? So I want to read some of these off because these are amazing. Hitting SC, yes, Leah. By the way, I don't think Leah knows this as much as she needs to, so I'm publicly saying it for our team. But she is a huge part of us hitting Premier and Elite in this year because she is one of our newer coaches in the last 2 years. So when she hits Success Club, it matters for our team to hit that goal. And so every time freaking Leah does it, y'all, we get more elite points. So Leah, girl, I'm clapping hard for that because that's not only are you changing lives, but you're like a foundation for this team moving in a direction we've never gone. And Mom Starting to Be, yes, focus on August is consistency with nutrition, making new connections. Love it. Locked in SC All-Star. Hello, no plans of stopping. And then kicked off 6:45. Hit SC, doing an all in August. I love that. I love that idea, that mentality, going all in. Hitting SC for the second time. Yes, SC in August with 2 new coaches, that emerald again, right? It's that consistency. SC6, get it, Amanda. 3 new coaches. Dang, girl. Focusing on connecting. You came back from Summit on fire. I love it. Keep that fire going. Finishing 80-day obsession, Bridget. Starting 6:45. Invites connections in August. Yes. Starting a program, Hannah, good for you, girlfriend. Showing up to my journey, crushing my new routine and getting on the board. Ashley, yes, it's been a hot minute and I love seeing your name back on that leaderboard. Yes, attending first summit. Hello, Tiff. You almost didn't get on that plane if I remember correctly. So that's a huge deal for clapping. And consistency. I love how Amwala the other day said consistency over intensity. We get so caught up that I have to just be like, and I love the idea of all in August, but what the heck if like, could we just be like consistent AF August? You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of like this stick shift mentality, could we just be all in 2021? How about that? Right? When September hits, can we keep being all in? When October hits, can you keep being all in? Right? Just never don't be all in. Okay. Leah, yeah. Leah, whoop, whoop. Okay, so good. Kristen, 13 months SC. And they've got a fun Emerald retreat they're planning. I love seeing that come together, hitting SC before all that. Okay, awesome. Love it. I wanted to make sure I publicly got through all those, but that's amazing, you guys. And so whatever happened in July, this is always a moment where I pause and I reflect and I take inventory of what worked, what went well. Keep doing that. What didn't go so well, figure out what you need to adjust and move on, right? It can't just be a wash, rinse, repeat cycle because then you wake up one day and you're like, where did my life go? Where did my goals go? Well, you kept repeating the wrong things, right? So that's where that adjustment comes in. And so hopefully tonight you'll get some great tips from Leah and Kristen and everything. But real quick, number one, I'm celebrating that we had 9, yes, you heard me, 9 coaches hit Success Club in July, which means there's 9 coaches, and the majority of those 9 have already hit Emerald, which was criteria number 2. So you all are starting to make me think I need to level up some of my criteria for these retreats. But those ladies are in the running for Biz and Bubbly. The 9 of those women, they need to hit Success Club again in August and again in September. And that's where, excuse me, tonight's call is going to come in clutch, right? With that consistency. And then have paid rank, whatever, on September 30th. We'll cross that bridge as September comes. But the key factor is Success Club. That is the big, big thing. And 9 of you ladies did that. And I'm just so over the moon. Other thing coming down the pipeline, you guys, is on August 6th, which is Friday, is when the body beta testing is kicking off. And right now, you need to be a Nutrition Plus subscriber, coach, customer, doesn't matter, but just a subscriber to Nutrition Plus, and you will be a part of the beta testing in August, kicking off on Friday. The cutoff for that is August 5th. So I actually do have some customers who wanted Nutrition Plus because they wanted to be a part of this, right? And so we had to make sure that, you know, they were locked in for August 5th. So make sure that you're not forgetting to tell your customers about this. They need to know because they can participate too. They just need that Nutrition Plus. And also I'm treating this, I'm sorry, my throat is like so scratchy tonight for some reason. I hate coughing on screen with y'all, but forgive me. Where was my train of thought? If with body beta testing, I'm treating it like a launch, okay? Because it is. It's a launch of something brand new, right? And so because I'm treating this like a launch, remember how every other launch, what would be the first thing I would do? Yeah, I'd get that in my hands, right? And so I want to test out body before anyone else. So I would assume you would too. So make sure that you have Nutrition Plus membership. I know sometimes, you know, you might cancel it here, whatever, like switch it up, right? I've done that before too, but I have it locked and loaded and it's ready. So make sure that you do that after this call and make sure you have your Nutrition Plus. Yes, you get that first 30 days free anyway. Okay. And then also on August 6th, something is coming down the pipeline called Preferred Customer. Now, I know when we heard about this, a lot of us were like really excited, right? And it is a very exciting opportunity because it allows our customers to enjoy the discount without being labeled coach. They don't have to put in their social security number. They don't, they're not required, you know, to stay, you know, active or whatever. These things are not the things of coaching that we've like grown to know and love, right? And then we call it like discount coaching. No, that no longer exists. You're either a coach and you're building a business, or you're a preferred customer, basically, is the way I see it. This is what I want to say to you tonight, though, because this is a call for business builders. I know right now y'all are business builders. Please know that in the coming weeks, things are going to shift. Inspire Beauty as an umbrella will be our place for preferred customers and coaches. And that will be like the best challenge group you've ever been a part of, and then some, right? What is now our Emerald collab page is going to turn more so into a business builder page. Those will be for our coaches and anyone who joins on as a coach, not a preferred customer, but definitely wants the business side of things and the paywall, right? There's going to be a lot of shifts happening. And anytime there's shifts, there's things that, you know, I don't know until I know. And so there's going to be stuff rolling out, but just know that our team is going to, there will be a division between business. So things like our Monday night team trainings, those won't be housed as events as a part of our team page. They would be housed as events as part of our business builder page. Does that make sense? And things like the national wake up call would probably occur over in the business builder page, unless of course it's a call that would pertain to our people. Can we add our customers? Probably not, right? Because why would I buy the milk if I get why would I buy the cow if I get the milk for free? What's the bonus? There's a perk to joining our team. Just like I wouldn't invite a customer to be a part of book club, that's the perk of joining our team, right? So probably not. But you can make that call for your team pages, right? But for Inspire Beauty, probably not. But there are some things, again, so this is the last gut check, and ladies, I swear I'm gonna give you the mic, but I wanna make sure I got through this. The other gut check I'm gonna give you is that when preferred customer rolls out on the 6th, we are all being audited. What does that mean for you? You have to start selling stuff, my friends. So when there are these dry spells where you don't hit Success Club for months and months and months, Beachbody is going to take your, they're going to reclassify what you are and turn you into a preferred customer. I know there's a lot of you that don't want that. So we have to make sure on our end that like the fire is lit. Game on, right? You decided to become a business building coach. You get on these calls every week. You pour in so much time and effort into what it looks like to be a coach. You need to be on the output end of it, which is helping other people and enrolling them with something, right? And so we have to be aware of that. I know when this first came, it was like so exciting because we were really focusing on this opportunity to give the discount to more people, which is amazing. But we have to think about ourselves too, my friends. You don't want to lose your coaching classification because you're not doing the vital behaviors that are necessary for you to hold on to that. So I want you to give yourself a big, fat, loving gut check tonight. How are you going to come ablazing into August? What are you going to take away tonight from these ladies that you're not just going to put in a journal and a notebook and make on an Instagram story when they're all done and make it sound pretty, but what are you going to actually do when no one's watching the rest of this month? Because that's when it counts. What are you going to go behind the scenes and do so that you can save your business from being reclassified to being a preferred customer? Because I know that's not what you want. That's not why you came here. Cool? Okay, so I'm not trying to put the fear of God under you tonight, but I do want you guys to have a little urgency, right? Because some of your coaches too, who maybe they were an emerald or they are an emerald and if they don't sell something, they're going to get reclassified. So we have to start leading with this intention, right? Back to that word intentionality. Okay. I don't have to give an introduction to these schools. I get to say that. I could never say that with anybody else that I learned on, but I can say that with them. I don't have to introduce you to these beautiful ladies, but I will tell you guys that Success Leaves Clues. And last year we were doing a lot of Success Leaves Clues calls. And I knew in my heart of hearts, like when I wanted to bring back a Success Leaves Clues, and I wanted to bring it back when these two ladies hit an impressive goal in this business. It's never been done by any other coach other than myself on our team. And so what's really cool is like, you know, you might be in this place where like, I'm the only one on my team that's hit emerald. My coaches have never hit emerald before. So you're leading from the front, right? Okay, well then I crossed that off. I figured out how I could get my coaches to become emerald, right? Duplicate what I was doing. Okay, now I was the only coach hitting Success Club. Well, then I was able to teach other coaches how to help people, you know, every month. Then I was the only coach that hit diamond. Well, then I could help my coaches hit diamond. And it became this like progression. And what's really cool right now is I figured out how to hit Success Club 12 months in a row. And so then I could pass that torch off and say, it's possible. Here are the tips and the tricks, right? Who wants to run with me? And so tonight they are going to take all of their secrets and all the things, which are really not that secret, I'm sure. But they're going to give you guys all the things that truly gave them success over the last 12 months. So I am so excited. I know that was the longest introduction, but thank you ladies for bearing with me. I'm going to pass it off. Kristen, you can take it away.
All right, ladies, how's it going? Look alive. This is going to be fun. Maybe some gut checks, but we're going to have some fun. I'm going to share my screen with you so that we can get started. Okay, can you guys see that? Okay, all right. So like she said, it's just us two fools, success sisters, reaching for the stars. And we're preaching to you guys as much as we're preaching to ourselves when we go through this tonight. So please hear that from our heart, that we need this reminder and this belief breathed into us just as much as we're hoping that it's going to help you guys tonight too. So let me see. There we go. Okay. So first of all, we are going to start with some little gut checks and make sure that y'all know the basics. We're going to go back to the basics. So Success Club qualification. There is a nice little video right here, this link that I shared that you can go and watch. It gives you, it's like 2 minutes long, and it's going to tell you what actually will qualify to get you points for Success Club. But let's actually talk about how you get Success Club. So we know that Success Club, you have to get SC5, right? So that's helping 3 people or 2 people and somebody else get some products, whatever it is to equal 5. And that's what that video is going to show you guys. So if you have questions on that, like, you know, what do beach bars get you? Or like, when does a completion pack get me so-and-so points or whatever it is, go and watch that 2-minute video. It's super helpful, straight to the point, and it's going to help you so much. So we know that SC is 5. The other part of it, do not forget this, and I'm speaking from experience. I forgot it back in February. You have to have your 90 PV for the month. You have to be buying your Shakeology or your Stack Pack or something that is 90 volume points on HD. Do not forget, you get like one chance to fill out the form and say, oops, I forgot, let me place an order. And then you never get it again, in which I'll never forget it again. So just remember, it's always the 2 things. You need SC5 and you need the 90 PV. That is huge. But like I said, this video, please go and watch that. There's so much in the back office. The other thing I want to remind you guys too is that SC qualification ends at 11:59 Eastern time because the East Coast hits midnight first. So we're all back time from there. So 11 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Pacific. So those are your times that you have to have those points in by, or it will count towards the next month. So always keep that at the forefront too. You don't want to be pushing to the last minute. Well, you do, but you want to hit it before that time. So some other stuff that I want to just kind of talk a little bit about with SC is the fun stuff, you guys. The fun stuff that we get. Like, Leah, do you have the same hat as me? I think you do. It's just in the pink color, right?
Mine's pink. Hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I love the black. I wish there was an option to get one of each, you know?
I know, right?
I know. And you know, we got tanks, but we're sporting these fun, really soft cotton long sleeve shirts that even though it's 80 freaking something degrees out here, I still have mine on. And hey, do you have your backpack? I was going to wear it, but like I said, it's hot.
What did you put in it? Did you put anything in it? Like wine or anything?
Well, do I have to show what's in there?
Well, I mean, you don't have to.
No, I mean, we're talking nutrition and stuff and, you know, going all in August, I probably don't want to show what's in mine. So not this time. Use your imagination, ladies. Y'all know me. Hello, did you not see the picture on that first slide? You know what's happening over here.
We're just doing a little Carl Michael skit for you here, ladies. I hope you enjoyed that. Okay, we're gonna bring it back here for you now.
Yeah, reel it in.
So, okay, so those are like the main things that I really wanted to go over with you guys for SC because they are really huge, but it's not, we have to remember that it's not a number, and Leah's gonna talk to you guys about this because this is like heavy on her heart. But remember that these are just numbers, but we're really helping people. And so when we build this consistency with hitting Success Club, it's building your community. Y'all love this community, right? Like we saw it at Summit, we felt it. That's what you're bringing these people into. So it's more than a number. It's building that community. It's bringing more people along with you to that next Super Saturday or next year's Summit. You know, whatever the next leadership thing is, you know, who's up and coming on your team that you want to see with you at whatever's after Biz and Bubbly, right? Like that's what it's about. It's building that community. It's showing you that you know how to move your business forward and you're getting closer to the fire. You're staying close to the fire with those that are doing it alongside of you. So whether that's, you know, you're close to us that have hit it, or you're working with a success sister, like we talked about at Summit, to get there, to find that consistency with each other and hold each other accountable, right? So it's more than the number. It's you bringing the people in and staying close to the fire so that you keep going. I'll let you take it over, Leah.
Yeah. You know, I know we just spent a while on SC, but it is something, you know, Britt's touched on it at the start of our call, not knowing that we were going to talk on this as much as we were, but we all wake up on the first of the month with that same goose egg. I hate waking up on the first of the month sometimes because I know I've hit it the month before. I was so proud of myself, But that's when I have to stop and remind myself there's a goose egg, but you know what, y'all? There are people out there who need us, who want us in their life, who aren't sure yet that they need or want us. But it's our job to show up every freaking day, all day. I know I popped in on one of our threads a little bit ago because Instagram was giving me that, yeah, no, you're not working. Well, the second I saw it back up, you best believe I took this morning's call and I didn't even think. I just started popping invites out. I don't care if I had sent them an invite last month, 6 months ago, 9 months ago, and they had fallen through the cracks. I personalized that note and I sent it to them and told them, there's a spot for you. What do you say? So we're all there. Kristen already said it too. We aren't, well, we're special. Y'all know we're special. We're a special kind of special, but we aren't that special to be talking to you. If we can be talking to you about hitting this amazing goal that truly is a goal for Beachbody, you can do it. It's all about the people. Just get out there, share your journey and talk to them. And that flows right into making a schedule and oh, hello, following it. Because your girl here makes a schedule every freaking week, but does she follow it every day? Nope. So we are talking to ourselves today, just as much as we are talking to you. It's one thing to get fired up in a national wake-up call. It's another to take action. And we have to take the action and doing what we say we're going to do and doing it on repeat is part of the follow-ups. So follow-ups is something else we talk about all the time. Unless they give you a stop talking to me, stop asking me. I don't know what season they're going through right now. I don't know what season they were going through 6 months ago when they told me no. Ask them again and do the verbiage in there like I do sometimes, or how you do it. I don't know if now's a better time. What do you say? Or are there any questions that I didn't answer for you last time? Still here for you, and compliment them on something and move along. Plan ahead, plan ahead, plan ahead, plan ahead. If you know you're going on vacation, if you know you're going for a weekend away, if you know you're going to Summit, if you know whatever, put it in your planner. If you knew that you had to work 3 10-hour days, for example, you would know that you were working 3 10-hour days. Those would be in your planner. So why isn't this business in your planner? And it needs to be in there for those moments, especially. Like when I know I'm going someplace now that things have opened up, but they're kind of going backwards a little bit. I put it in, sorry, our county just got we've got to wear masks again, full-time mandate an hour ago. I put it in my calendar and my goal is always SC5 by the 5th. Do I do it every month? Nope. But I keep fighting. If I'm getting on an airplane on the 11th or 12th, my goal is, you best believe I'm going to be SC before I get on that airplane. Not because I'm not going to work. I'm going to keep working. I'm going to keep helping people, but I want to know that piece, the company's piece and goal that they have for me every month has been met. And then I keep going. Y'all, I was still sending invites on the 31st. I hit SC the middle of the month. I was still sending invites and still talking to people, still doing calls to action, still talking in my stories, because if I don't do that and my mouth's not open, and y'all know I use my mouth for a living, my store's closed. My business is closed, and how do they know I'm still here? So we spent a long time on that slide, but they are the basics. And we wanted to start it out back to basics with consistency because that's what got us to where we are.
Okay, so I think we're kind of done with majority of the gut checks for y'all. So now we can let loose and have some fun. So just like we talk about the silver platter, you guys, is what we have to offer with Inspire Beauty. We also have another silver platter, you guys, from Beachbody. And I loved it when she talked about it during Summit. We actually have like a new launch every quarter. It's a quarterly process. When you look back, you can see that there is something that is mapped out from Beachbody every 3 to 4 months for us. And sometimes in between, if there's like a new product launch or like the seasonal Shakeology flavors coming out, there's always something that you can act on as a new launch. Just like Britt said before, this is a new launch for Body Interactive that's coming. We can be a part of that beta testing. So why would we not show that to our customers and make sure that our coaches know, right? So that they have proper access and can get the full idea of what this is going to be like. So when you break it down, it really is a quarterly process. And within that quarterly process, it's not just one launch, there's actually 2 launches. You have the time when you can sign up a coach or now a preferred customer only. And then 2 weeks later, you have when you can sign up your customers. And this, you guys, is really key when, if we go back to the basics and we talk about follow-ups, those people that said no to you for the coach sign up, don't disregard them. You come back to them in 2 weeks and you get them to sign up as a customer. That is huge. You keep them in the loop and say, okay, I understand that, you know, this isn't what you want, whatever. I'm going to follow up with you in 2 weeks and we can get you set up in a different way. Don't let them fall through the cracks, because they will be key to helping you continue that launch. And just because the launch, you guys, is a week or 2, it's really not. It's as long as that program is going and is new to all of us and we're doing it, right? So like 645, that's a long freaking launch. Like we've got 13 weeks plus to launch this new program, because once we get results, like you could launch it again now that you have your own results. So launches are huge, you guys. They are huge. Buy into them 100%. We also have, there's equipment that's coming. There's so much equipment out there. Hello, if any of you don't have a foam roller for this one, go get yourself one. There's one in BOD, like you can go buy one. We have a ton of supplements, tons of supplements, and then all the promotions. So if you think about it, right now, like 645 is $20 off, and so is Let's Get Up, I believe, this month yet. So those are also ways to look at launches and what you have to offer and what you can pick and pull from on this platter. There is so much. So like I said, think about it like we talk about with Britt and Inspire Beauty all the time. There's so much given to you on the platter. It depends on what you take from it. It's the same with Beachbody. They give us so much. All the information in the back office, that's a huge silver platter, you guys. If there's some question you have, I'm sure it's in the back office. So go and keep learning and then share it with us here, because maybe somebody else has that same question. It's not only you. So those are huge. That's like one of the biggest things that we both, like, as we were talking through, like, how did we stay consistent and what really helped us launch, you know, Success Club every month. And we looked back and it was months where we had launches and we really honed in on that 100%. And Leah's going to talk to you guys about the free customers, because she's got this like down to a T.
And you know, I'm going to pop back on something Kristen just talked about. Not all of you have hit diamond yet. But when you hit diamond, you get an email from the company that's called Diamond Insider. But all of the information that's in there is in the back office. We possibly just hear about some of it a little bit sooner. Britt possibly even hears about it a little bit before we do, because she even has a high, oh, I thought maybe you did because of rank. But something that's getting ready to come down in the pike is they're doing a summer refresh sale. So 10% off of 3-day refreshes. Hello, challenge pack people. Maybe you're not interested in doing a 3-day refresh right now, but why can't we buy it right now, be pumping it up right now, and be talking about the fact that we're going to do it in between Thanksgiving and Christmas? It's not going to expire between now and then. Why can't we be talking about some of those things when it's going to be on sale? So back office, back office, back office. And that leads me into free customers. If you have hit Emerald, now maybe you're not a paid Emerald, but you are a lifetime Emerald. If you have hit Emerald, the company freaking gives you free customers. If you are not in your back office every single day, looking down there in the lower left-hand corner to see new customer or inherited customer, and you aren't sending them an email saying, hey y'all, I'm Leah. I'm your free Beachbody coach. And damn well, I put that all in capital letters. I'm what they're getting for free. I ask them about their goals. I tell them about me. I joke with them and say, depending on the time of day, I've either got coffee in my hand or a cocktail. My husband and I love watching sports together. I've got 2 adult kiddos. I want them to know I'm not a bot. I am a human who lives in the Bay Area on the West Coast who loves serving people. So now enough about me. Tell me about your goals. Have you used Beachbody before? What program are you doing? Talk to me about what's worked for you in the past, what hasn't worked in the past. If I see they have purchased something already, I incorporate that into the very first paragraph so that it's not that standard email that comes to every single person and they know you're just doing a cut and paste and sending it to every Tom, Dick, and Harry. No, that's not who we are. We are people just like they are. So be that person when you're talking to them. Start from the get-go. Do I do it every day? Of course I don't do it every day. Sometimes I take a day off and I actually enjoy time with my husband. Now, if I see a customer came in, it doesn't go more than 24 or 48 hours before I send that email. Now, do they turn into the amazing customers, like I was? No. But I've had a few that have joined my challenge groups. I have had, Britt wishes she had more of me. She just isn't admitting it right now. So we'll leave that one alone at the moment. But no, seriously, y'all, they need to know you're human. They need to know you are a person and you are a person with a heart who is there to serve them, to help them with the tools that somebody else didn't help them with. And honestly, one of the people that came to me as an inherited customer in the last 6 months, the first sentence in her reply back to me was, it's nice to have a coach who actually reaches out to you. I sat at my computer and cried. What do you mean? It's nice to have a coach that reaches out to you. That's our freaking job, y'all, is to reach out to them and be there for them. We say it all the time, you're not alone. So reach out to them. If you don't know what area of your back office I'm talking about, we can bring it to the event page or something so we don't spend more time here. But I would love to walk you through that so that you are reaching out to people. It doesn't have to be a lengthy email, but it has to be something. They need to know somebody's in their corner, whether they ignore you or whether they reply to you. We're not in control of that. We are in control of helping them feel seen, not by a company as a number, but as a person. And the company is giving you potentially free customers. Don't lose them.
Yeah. And I think that goes to you guys. Like Leah said, she does this like every 24 to 48 hours. She's sending people, that email, and find what works for you. If that seems overwhelming to start that, then do it weekly. Like maybe that's your end of Beachbody week activity. So on Wednesdays, you're going in to see who did I get since Thursday, and I'm going to send this email. Whatever that looks like to you, just like BOD renewals. We talked about this at the end of last month, but when are you checking in on those BOD renewals? Is it right at the end of the month? Is it, just a couple of weeks before that's coming up? Do whatever works for you, but those people are there. They are your customers. So don't forget about them too, just because you weren't the one that initially found them or reached out to them. Like Beachbody gave them to you. So make sure you take care of them too. So let's talk about familia. So there's a lot of stigma, I think, that we have around our family helping us reach our goals, and not in a good way for some reason. There was a coach a couple months ago who was like, I don't know, I feel like signing up my husband to get Emerald is cheating. Why? We all have done it. We've all signed a spouse or a family member or whoever, our dog, to be that other person to help us. Not our dog. I'm just
I
kidding.
have to shut this call down. Like, not your dog.
Not your dog, Sarah.
Lions is
Hank,
literally, like,
maybe
shutting
in
us
your
off this
family,
too.
but no. Hank Zig is not the next up and coming coach.
But either way, family, you guys, they are a catalyst to help you moving your business forward. So we talk about it for Emerald all the time. Like, you find one person, then it's like a no-brainer to sign up your spouse, right? Leah's got Eric, Britt has Charlie, I have my mom. Like, there's always somebody there that you could have to take that other spot to help you move your business forward. And like Leah just talked about, locking in that lifetime Emerald so that you get those free customers. That also, remember, you guys, unlocks the team cycle bonus for you. So you get more of a paycheck than just commissions. So it's huge to have family help you in your business. And they not only allow you one, but you technically can have up to 3 people with your name on the card. So Britt talks about this all the time. Like, why would you not open up, if we were a Starbucks, why would we not open up a second one, right? This is the same thing. You're not cheating by having your family help you. It's the same thing for Success Club, you guys. Have I used family to help me hit SC? Darn right I have. It gets to a point where it's non-negotiable. You guys, when that fire gets lit and you're like sitting at 3 months in a row, you don't want to drop the ball. You want to keep going, and you will do whatever it takes to make that happen. So family is there, whether you have, like, you're getting product for yourself or they actually want something. Like, they are there to help you. But not only does your family it might start as a transaction, you guys, but we have so many inspiring stories where it's turned into transformations. We've helped our family members improve their lives. They're living healthier than they ever have before. My mom, for instance, I just started really helping her back in February, and she's made humongous strides. And I'm so excited for her to see where she's going, like this month when we go back to the doctor, where we're at. And she's been so excited too. She's up to like 40 minutes of walking every day, which I could barely get her to go for a 15-minute walk 5 months ago. So it's huge to have family start helping you, but it turns into so much more. And Leah can tell you more about her story.
You know, it does turn into so much more. Eric has always been my number one supporter, and he didn't question. Many of you know, I think almost all of you know, I actually signed with Katie. Katie met Brittany, and Katie signed with Britt. And then Katie was going through some stuff and she completely quit. She completely pulled away. She stopped. So I then bumped with Britt as my upline. And when Britt came to me and wanted me to consider taking the Diamond internship, Katie and Eric were the first 2 I signed. And I did that on my left leg and on my right leg so that I was controlling those. So those are my Starbucks. And full circle, Katie is a barista at Starbucks as she's in nursing school right now. So every time we use that analogy, I'm like, I got my own Starbucks right here. And while Eric has always been my number one supporter with things like this, he never did a Beachbody program until about 2 years ago. And he now has completed his 6th program and has just started his 7th with 30-day breakaway. And his metabolism has always been faster than mine. For 20 plus years of our almost well over 30 years of being together, he never had to watch what he ate. He really didn't have to exercise. And I was the one who had to do it. But then it became something I enjoyed doing, and he would watch me and he'd cheer me on and he would say, you know, I mean, it got to now it's where, okay, what time are you going to be working out? Because I was thinking I was going to get up a little bit earlier and get mine in, but I don't want to interfere into your time because we aren't doing the same programs. But I don't care. He's doing it. when we are on that Success Club trip that I'm taking him on in March, he's going to be doing those workouts by my side. And y'all, I just can't even.
Side.
I can't. He gives me so much. And this business and my consistency and me having the Success Sisters I'm looking at through this screen are allowing me to take him on a trip that I've never been able to do before. And I want him to see that. I want him to feel that and breathe it so he knows even more what I can't put into words to describe to him. So family is watching. I know there's some of you who have said, well, yeah, he's watching, but I can't get him to do anything. Do not stop, because people are watching. My new little granddaughter, when I was there 2 months ago, is yelling from the other room, Nana Leia's twerking with that guy on the TV. Which, hello, I was not twerking because I'm not in the zig zone. I still can't do that. But she knew I was working out in the other room. And she, once she's screaming it to her Katie and her daddy, she's then back in the room with me trying to do the moves. So they are all watching. It is, yes, it's for us. It's our journey. We are doing it first, but our transformations are so much more than physical. And when we are allowed to give that gift to those we love and hold closest, there's nothing like it. There's absolutely nothing like it.
So as we talk about family, we also talk about family as our team and where we need to lean in, because this is really where the fire is. And when you are close to the people that are at where you want to be, you learn the habits, you learn the behaviors of what they're doing that will then help you follow in those footsteps. A lot of times, you guys, I have to lean on the belief of others. I have to lean on the belief of Britt. I have to lean on the belief of Leah and Ashley and all of you. Because there are days, we all know, we show up and we don't feel like we're worthy, right? Like we can do it. What do we have to offer? It's that inner mean girl that gets into our head and then we just stop, right? But when you lean on the belief of others, that helps you keep moving forward. And that helps you push until you gain that consistency, until you see a little bit of that belief in yourself to keep carrying that forward. And then you share that with other people. And it's just kind of that ripple effect. It's just like the ripple effect of, us helping others and bringing it into the community. The belief is just as much a ripple effect. It's just as much, if not even more. And with the team, PD is huge. I can't tell you how many people decide, along with Britt, what book are you reading? What are you reading right now? Because whatever you're doing in your stories and your excitement and energy that you've got, it's on fire and I need some of that. So what book are you reading? Or what Bible study are you doing? Reach out and see what people are doing, because if they're struggling maybe with the same area that you are, they're going to have an idea of what you can work on in a book that might help with that. But it's really key, I think, to focus on where are you struggling and finding that PD book for you. Because you might start something and be like, this is not for me, this is not my jam, this is not my cup of tea, I'm just reading it to read it. It's not going to get you anywhere. You're not going to go and apply that knowledge. And that we know is when we apply the knowledge that it becomes powerful, right? It's when we take those things and we actually can put them into action. So if it's not breathing belief into you and lighting you on a fire and you're just kind of reading to read, put it away and get something else. PD though is huge. Asking for help. We are all here. We're all here to help, and we all struggle with things on the day-to-day basis. It may be different, but it is still the same. And we're all here to help. So I think one of the biggest things that can harm you is to retreat and not say anything. That's when you need to lean in. As hard as it is to say, I'm hurting, I need help, this is where I'm struggling, you need to do that, because that is where you're going to grow. That is getting you out of your comfort zone just by saying that you need help. So you're gonna grow no matter what. And getting on a one-on-one, like whether that's a success sister or it's your upline or whoever, like get on a one-on-one with somebody and talk through what's going on in your head and to help you get out of that funk. Because that is also like, I mean, we all say like we're like therapists, especially Britt. I'm sure she's heard a lot from us over and over and over, same but different, right? And that's okay, because as you come to like a new problem, even though it may seem the same, you've grown from the last time and you're seeing it in a different way. So now you're encountering that problem in a different light. So yeah, it's still a problem, but you're growing, and you're going to see it again in like 6 months and again in 6 months. And you're just going to keep growing through each stage. So although it may seem the same, like I keep, telling Kristen the same thing all the time, every month when I talk to her, but hopefully every month you've grown a little bit. So it is a little bit different. But that's where it's huge, you guys. And we talked a lot about this at Summit and a lot with Leah and Ashley's presentations on the Success Sisters. Like, this is where it is key for you guys to just lean the F in. Retreating will only make things a lot worse. And then you're going to feel even more alone because we don't know what's going on.
And a one-on-one isn't necessarily just business related. It's when we do retreat, it's because something else is often going on. And I know if you all look across this screen right now, there's somebody on this screen you would feel comfortable enough talking to if something were going on. And we're here. I can't say it enough. We are all here. And I just saw Leah's comment pop up a second ago, and she says she retreated and regrets it. Girl, there's not a day that goes by that I don't think about when I retreated. And I look at this screen right now, and there are so many faces I made the choice not to reach out to, and that's on me. But I'm not going to live in the past because I'm moving forward. And I have learned that while I did not think there was a void, there was a bigger void than I ever could have imagined. And you just need to remember that. We can't make you, but we are here. Lean in to that belief. Kristen already said it. Sometimes daily, I reach out to some of these gals and they breathe belief back into me. And they remind me of what I have done, not what I haven't done. So, Miss Positivity Nerd over here, I still need people to say, hey, okay, but what did you do? You're dogging yourself on everything you didn't do, but can we now point out what you did do? And then take that and run with it. That's what you did well. So multiply that. Don't focus on, we let the mean girl take over. We know how to shut her down. And some days it's really hard. But if you can't shut her down, then you get this army behind you, and we will all shut her down for you if you can't. So lean in. We're the family you got to choose. We're not going anywhere.
Yeah. So a quick recap. We got to use the silver platter that Beachbody gives us. There's so much out there, you guys. Pick and choose what you want to use, but there's so much there that there's not ever a time that you shouldn't say, I don't know what I'm inviting to, or that I have nothing to offer people, because you do. There's so much. Go back to your basics. If there's questions that you have on some of those things that we talked about, like SC and like how do you actually earn those points and whatever it is, like go into your back office, keep being a learner, and then take that and pick one thing that you can take action on and implement it. Family is everything. Like, Leah said, we've all got stories of how family has been impacted by us having them help us start our business. So for them, it may start with the sale, but it just may lead to changing their soul in the end. And I think that is so powerful. And then lean in. But when you lean in, make sure you stay there. That's also the key point of not just leaning in, but then you got to stay around, because that's really where the fire is. And that's where you're going to find that consistency, and you're going to start to hit your goals. And that's all we've got for you.
Because you don't want us to sing or dance or anything. So we'll just leave it at that.
Ladies, so good. And I think, when you gave that recap at the end, God, I love that. Start with the sale, and it could end up transforming the soul. And it's so fun, like when we get to see each other's families and the people who are in your closest circles, your friends that came in, or your family members, the people that, like your dirt listers, sometimes I call them, right? Like if you were selling dirt on the side of the road, they buy it from you. But I think that's what builds trust among our community too, is getting to know, like, I love seeing Ashley and her mom logging their 645. And so like, what if Ashley was like so on her high horse that she's like, oh, I can't enroll my mom because that would be cheating. And it's like, no, there's like people's lives that are being transformed right now. Like if it's a sale and that's your only intention, my friends, then you probably won't take much from this call. You probably won't hit Success Club 12 months in a row, but it goes beyond a sale. And I think that little piece at the end that you said, the lean in but stay, is, to me, that's like that missing link. How can you become the coach that doesn't waver? How can you become the coach that's just steady AF? I wrote down here last week an idea for a brand new shirt that I'd like to start designing for us. And I think it's going to be called the Turtle Tribe. Like I'm going to get Turtle Tribe shirts when you like start getting really consistent, because Kristen didn't start hitting Success Club. Kristen, how many years have you been in this business? How many months, years have you been in this business?
I mean, technically working, it'll be 3 years in December.
3 years. So math on a Monday, what is that? 36 months? 36 months, my friends. And right now she's just crossed 13 off, right? So think about that, right? There were plenty of months where it was like, sometimes not really, sometimes not really. And then Leah, how many years have you been in the business?
Working the business 4.
Yeah.
Just over 4, and then took 8-9 months off last year. So let's say 3.5-ish.
Yeah. And so there's this steadiness, this slow and steady, this cadence, my friends. This is a word I'm going to be using a lot that I really want you to embrace, is a cadence that is sustainable for the long haul. Not, I hit SC this month and I worked the hardest I've ever worked in my freaking life and I'm burned out and I can't juggle all the moving pieces. And oh, by the way, teachers, when you get back to the classroom, is what you're doing right now going to work when you get back in the classroom? And have you spent the summer unlocking, if that's the case for you, right? Like you have to figure out in seasons how to make this work. And I think that's part of the secret sauce. And I wrote down Turtle Tribe, and I even sketched out a really terrible looking turtle, but I'm going to make shirts. But I got a couple questions for you, ladies. Can we wrap up with a couple? I got some zingers. Cool. So 12 months, I called y'all both out that it didn't start that way, right? Like how it started, how it's going. It's like one of those posts. You could totally do one, right? There, I just gave you content idea. But the same was true for me. I did not start out of the gate hitting Success Club every single stinking month. It took me a while to find my cadence and my groove, and you ladies have found that. But to me, there had to be a shift, right? Sometime last summer, there had to have been a shift, because now for both of you, it's been about a full year now, right? Like it's come around a full year and then some. So you guys can go in either order, but what do you think was that shift in your business or your mentality, or I don't know, what was the shift for you?
I think for me, it was my mindset. It wasn't until last year that I truly stopped thinking of Beachbody's goal for me. It was a goal for me, myself, working on me, taking care of me, putting me first, even though I had been preaching that forever, but truly doing what I was saying and being real and raw with that. And just wanting to serve others because I had found or had refound an even deeper love and passion inside me than I had had before. It was something completely different. It wasn't a number anymore. It was helping people.
Yeah, I have to kind of agree on the same line. I think for me, it was, I knew how amazing this community was. And if you know me, you know that I love like the team. I love this community. And I just wanted to bring so many more women into it and see and feel what I felt. And I was just like, I mean, it was during COVID and I hit kind of a big slump there, and just with like work and not feeling needed during a pandemic and all the things. And that really got me down. And I just kind of had to sit back and I just needed to stop talking myself out of what I knew I could do. So definitely the mindset. I just had to stop overthinking and start over inviting, like she talked about today, honestly. And I didn't let no be the end all. Like when I think back to when I launched, like hitting SC last year, it was with MBF. And I had a lot of no's to the coach sign up. But I didn't let them fall through the cracks when it became a customer launch. And that's when I got them. And that was really the spark. And I was like, I just need to get over that mindset of like being stuck in the woe is me, basically, and know that I could do it. So I think it's getting over that mindset. And it's also just knowing what you have to offer them when they come here. Like if you love this community, it should be easy to talk about.
I love it. I wrote down, this is what Leah does, not what Beachbody expects. If you come into this month and it's like, oh God, I have to hit SC, and it's just this like thing over here. But when I love that, it's like, it's just what I do. I serve people, I help people. And then Kristen, like so many one-liners from you, but stop talking myself out of the thing I knew I could do. Whew, that's powerful. And then, what was that thing you said after, you said it after the national wake up call? It was after the stop overthinking, start over inviting, but you said something right after that. That was really profound too. And I'll think of it. It was so good. Anyway, it was so good. I can't even remember. I love
Mind truly blown.
Oh my God. No, it's just me. This is just me. It's my problem. It's why I'm old and gray. Okay, I got one more question before we wrap up for the night. So, ladies, why do you believe? So, again, for me, I feel very similar. Tortoise tribe here, y'all. Tortoise tribe up in this. Like, and I love it. Like, let's be a tortoise tribe. Okay. I didn't get it right in the beginning, and there weren't people that trusted me in the beginning because I wasn't a good coach, like in real life. So all these warm market people that knew me outside of Instagram and Facebook would be like, she's full of it. That's not how she actually acts. And so they didn't want to work with me, right? Like I had to build trust with people and show people that this is who I am, right? And so I had to have a little mindset shift and kind of a come to Jesus about who I wanted to evolve into, similarly to both of you. But there was a tipping point for me that all of a sudden, people started to consistently join me. And people wanted to start consistently joining me. And it was like a weird flip, right? It went from like really grinding hard and like inviting all the time, to people all of a sudden, every once in a while, I get somebody in my inbox like, hey girl, whatever you're doing, I want to join, and people turning to me as that person that could help them. So what do you think? Why do you believe, ladies, 12, 13 months later of consistently helping at least 3 people, why do you think people want to join you consistently? What do you think it is about you?
Wow. I'm going to say, because I keep it real and raw, they see me out eating pizza and nachos and having drinks with my husband or my girlfriends or at the shows at the winery. But then they also see me having my healthiest meal of the day and talking about my shake and moving my body. And because I am going to be their number one cheerleader, and I tell them that I will be there for you. You tell me what you need, and we're going to do this together. You're not going to be alone. I promise you. And while I may break promises to myself, I'm not going to break the promises to them. And I just hope that in my words, through my posts, and when I'm talking to them, that's why I'm such a fan of voice messages. I want them to hear me. I want them, if I start crying when I'm talking to them because they've just told me an accomplishment, I want them to hear that. I don't want to apologize. I want them to know, again, like I said in the beginning, I'm not a robot. I'm a person, and I'm here for you, and I have a heart. So let's do this and have a life at the same time.
Mhm.
Not all or nothing.
I would say for me, it's consistency in my own journey. I feel like since I went all in with 80 Day Obsession, people have seen me show up every day. They've seen me show up whether I was pushing play in Spain or in Bali. I always showed up to myself and did my part to take care of myself. And I think that says a lot, to know that I will show up for them. So on their weakest days when they don't want to show up, I hope that I'm that person that they can go to and be like, what did Kristen do today? Did she push play? You know? And I feel like I show up during my hard times, because right now, y'all, I can't do upper body. I don't know what I did this weekend, but my shoulders are screwed up and I'm still showing up. Like, I'm modifying right along with Leah, you know, and I'm still getting the darn work done. So I'm making it work. I'm finding the ways that it will work for me, and I would help somebody else do that too. I'm not going to make them go hardcore 100% if they can't. We're going to make it work for them.
There's a program for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I've done lower body when I was recovering from a double mastectomy. I've done upper body when I've been recovering from hip surgery. I mean, give me your excuse, y'all, throw it at me.
Right.
Because I'll find the program and I'll tell you what I did.
Mm-hmm.
Still drank my shake every day, still getting my superfoods in.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's why on some days it's so hard for me when the excuses just don't stop. I'm sorry, just tell me you don't want to do it. Stop giving me the excuses and just say no. Because I do have an answer. I do have a solution for all those things you're throwing at me, because I've lived some of them. Mm-hmm. So, and I'm not dogging people's excuses. I'm just saying I'd much rather be real and raw with me. Just tell me no. Mm-hmm. I don't want to push the blender, push pause or push play or do what it, all right, then just tell me that. I just, you know, I agree with you on that, Kristen. We are showing them that we're here. And if we can do it for ourselves, no matter where we are. Hey, I didn't use another finger. I was a good girl.
Oh, I'm saying
I kept it clean for you.
Their excuses, their fingers. What, like, you can't press play, you can't press the shake. What can't you press? Like, just press it.
Just press it. Just press it.
Right?
Just press it.
Oh, right. Man, we're gonna, exactly, instead of just do it, just press it.
Right.
Guys, I gave them a very, like, I just threw them probably like one of the most challenging questions, because I'm sure if I ask you this right now, if I asked you, why would people want to consistently join you? Some of you guys would sit here and scratch your head for far too long. If you are the type of person that when I ask that question, why do you think that people would want to consistently join you, and you have an answer, the good news is you've already probably done the work that it takes to become that kind of person. But here's the secret, you guys. I don't know if you heard anything else tonight, but I'm going to give you the secret to what I'm literally going to wrap up the secret here. They told me two things. They told us two things, each of them different, but combined, here's your secret sauce. It's the superpower. You ready? Number one was a heart to help. And the second one was consistency in her own journey. Neither of which, this is the good news for all of you guys getting off this call tonight, neither of which require any talent, no skill, no training, no awards, no accolades, no, you need a heart to help people and a consistent, like sold out consistency in your own journey. Secret sauce, right there. And when you do that authentically, consistently over time, right? When people know that your heart truly is to help them and you're showing up consistently to your own journey, regardless of what curveballs life will throw at you, people notice and people want in on that because it's real, it's raw, it's authentic, just like Leah said, right? So ladies, is there anything you want to leave us with before we finish off the night? Is there anything you missed or want to wrap up with?
I say get your swag. You never know how much this is gonna hold.
Yeah, we got parties to attend, ladies. Let's go.
Y'all, that's a cooler backpack. I don't know if you caught that, but it's a cooler backpack.
Oh, it is.
And they're keeping things cold for y'all. You guys, here's the fun part. Last year, neither of them had hit SC for 12 months in a row. Neither of them had hit it for 13 in a row, but they hit it once. And then they had the audacity to wake up the next month and Leah said, the big goose egg was there and they hit it again. And then they woke up in a third month and fear probably crept in, that mean girl probably crept in. But you know what? They had the audacity with that goose egg again to hit it a third time. And then a fourth time, then a fifth time, then a sixth time. Nicolette, they got halfway just like you. And then they just didn't stop. That's it. That's all it is, right? So a heart to serve others. Let's walk away with that, y'all. A heart to serve others and some consistency in our own journey. And I think right there, that recipe, when you combine that over time with that game plan that they talked about and everything and owning your schedule, it's just going to be nice. You're going to be on the call next year is what you're going to be, right?
I can't wait.